that have sent shockwaves through the music industry, with fans urging Beyonce to reconsider her marriage for the sake of her legacy and family's future. A federal lawsuit filed on Sunday accuses Jay-Z, born Sean Carter, and music mogul.
The room was quiet. A single tweet appeared on a late-night timeline. Within minutes, thousands of people were arguing. Within hours, millions had seen it. And by the next morning, an old conspiracy theory about one of the most famous couples on Earth had come back to life. The tweet mentioned two names everyone knows: Jay-Z and Beyonce. But it wasn't praise. It wasn't about music. It wasn't about awards or concerts or billion-dollar business deals. Instead, it revived a rumor so strange, so controversial, that many people believed it should have disappeared years ago. A theory claiming the couple had secretly used multiple surrogates in ways far darker than anyone expected. The phrase used in the tweet was shocking: surrogate farm. And suddenly the internet was asking the same question again. Where did this rumor come from? Was there any truth to it? Or was this another example of how celebrity myths spiral out of control? But to understand why the theory resurfaced, we need to go back to the beginning of one of the most powerful relationships in modern entertainment. Because the story of Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't start with rumors. It started with a meeting, a quiet one, that almost no one noticed at the time. In the world of celebrity culture, few couples have built an empire quite like them. Jay-Z, born Sean Carter in Brooklyn, rose from street hustler to hip-hop billionaire. Beyonce, the voice behind a generation, evolved from a teenage girl group star to one of the most powerful performers in history. Together, they became something bigger than artists. They became a symbol.
Power, wealth,
influence. A modern royal couple of the music industry. Their combined cultural impact spans music, fashion, politics, and business. But with that level of influence comes something unavoidable:
scrutiny.
Every decision, every appearance, every rumor, every silence, all of it gets analyzed. And sometimes, the speculation grows into something much stranger than reality. Because over the years, the internet has created countless myths about them. Secret societies, hidden messages, control over the industry. But few rumors have been as bizarre or as persistent as the theory involving their children and alleged surrogates. And strangely enough, the theory gained new life during conversations about something much simpler: their age difference. When Beyonce first met Jay-Z, the music world was very different. It was the early 2000s. She was in her early 20s. He was already an established hip-hop mogul in his early 30s. The age gap between them, roughly 12 years, wasn't unusual in the entertainment industry. But for fans watching closely, it became a topic of discussion. Some admired their dynamic. Others questioned it. But the relationship itself seemed surprisingly private. They rarely discussed personal details in interviews. They avoided confirming rumors. And that silence, intentional or not, created a vacuum. A vacuum that speculation quickly filled. Because when celebrities don't explain their lives, the internet often invents explanations of its own. And that's exactly what happened. The rumor that would eventually become the surrogate farm conspiracy didn't begin with a shocking revelation. It began with the moment on television. Years ago, during an interview while pregnant with her first child, Beyonce sat down carefully in a chair. As she leaned forward, the fabric of her dress appeared to fold inward, just slightly. For most viewers, it meant nothing. But for a handful of internet users, it triggered suspicion. They replayed the clip again, and again, and again. Soon, screenshots appeared online. Posts began circulating. People began asking a strange question. What if the pregnancy wasn't real? It sounds absurd now. But in the early days of viral internet speculation, the theory spread quickly. Forums discussed it. Blogs amplified it. Videos analyzed it frame by frame. And slowly, the rumor evolved. First, it was about a fake pregnancy. Then, it became a story about surrogacy. And eventually, the theory took a darker turn. Some conspiracy forums began claiming the couple had access to a secret network of surrogates, a system designed to protect Beyoncé's public image and career. A system critics began calling a surrogate farm. There was no evidence, no documents, no witnesses. But the rumor had something more powerful than proof. It had mystery, and mystery spreads fast on the internet. For years, the conspiracy lived quietly on the fringes of the internet. Most mainstream audiences never heard about it until something unexpected happened. The rumor resurfaced, not because of new evidence, not because of a scandal, but because social media began revisiting the couple's age gap and relationship timeline. People started analyzing old interviews, old photos, old lyrics, and somewhere inside that conversation, the forgotten conspiracy theory returned. This time amplified by millions of users instead of a few niche forums. Suddenly, people were asking again, why do rumors about powerful celebrities refuse to disappear? And why are some conspiracy theories so persistent, even when they've been denied repeatedly? But what happened next changed the conversation entirely, because someone close to the story finally addressed the speculation. And their response wasn't what many people expected. When public figures face rumors, they usually have two choices: ignore them or confront them. For a long time, Jay-Z and Beyoncé chose silence. Not because they couldn't respond, but because responding can sometimes make rumors grow even larger. Still, the internet kept asking questions. And eventually, members of their circle began speaking out.
Friends,
Family members, industry insiders. Most dismissed the theory instantly. Some laughed at it. Others called it harmful. But the deeper issue wasn't just the rumor itself. It was the way internet culture had transformed speculation into entertainment. Because once a conspiracy becomes content, it stops behaving like a rumor. It becomes a story people want to believe. And that's where things get complicated. Because the truth about celebrity myths is rarely as dramatic as the internet wants. But sometimes, the real story behind a rumor can be just as fascinating.